It's Taylor Swift. Amazing.
Thanks so much for coming in to see us. Thank you for having me.
Now, you have been on a tour of Europe, haven't you? Got some photos of your little travels so far. Look at all the places you've been.
Yeah.
There we are.
I tweet pictures of where we go, and you know, it's been so crazy to be touring Europe for the first time because I'd never been to places like Norway before, which is the middle picture of me, like standing in the middle of the Arctic tundra. But I'd never been to places like that, like Belgium, and I got to go to Madrid, Spain. I'd never been there before.
Well, how about the UK? Anywhere in particular that you're looking forward to seeing?
Well, I've been to London a bunch of times, and so I have my favorite places.
Okay.
I'm obsessed with Portobello Road.
Wow.
I love it.
It seems that country music is changing a bit at the moment. Do you think all the old cliches like the six string in the back of the pickup truck and Standing by a Man, do you think they're all gone?
You know what? I think that there are so many different kinds of country artists. You still have people who they sing about their lives. You know, that's the whole thing about country music. You write songs about what you know and the way that you live your life and what you're proud of. And every artist in country music right now was raised a different way. And so, yeah, some people sing about pickup trucks and some people sing about like bars and whiskey, and I sing about like love and breakups. And you know, whatever your priorities are, whatever your life is at the moment, that's what you sing about.
Yeah, absolutely.
It seems that you come from a very sort of stable family background. Were your parents worried at all when you started coming up with some of the lyrics and what have you, and you know, some of the situations in the songs at all?
You know, my parents have really been so supportive throughout this whole thing. I mean, when I started wanting to be in music, they had no idea about the music industry. They're both from like financial backgrounds, and they had no idea how to break into the music industry, but we kind of learned together, and they moved to Nashville for me. And when it comes to like when I'm writing songs about my life, everyone in my life kind of knows that nobody has like a safety pass. Like anybody can be factored into a verse or a chorus at some point. And so if you're going to know me, then it's kind of like a given that you're probably going to be written about at some point.
Yeah.
And you spoke there, of course, about the family all relocating to Nashville when you were just 13. Did you feel pressure then to make it a success?
My family, they were really cool about it because they tried to kind of conceal it, like, oh, you know, we really like the Nashville area, and people are really nice. And, you know, I knew we were moving there because I'd been obsessed with it for years. I mean, as soon as I heard Shania Twain and the Dixie Chicks and LeAnn Rimes, I was sold. I was obsessed. All I wanted to do was go to Nashville.
Yeah, well, it certainly paid off. Let's have a little look at mine.
Really good. And your love interest in the film, in the video, was played by Toby Hemingway, wasn't it? A British actor.
Yeah, he's
But he
from
did
Brighton.
let you down, Taylor, because he couldn't row, could he?
Yeah, there was, it was such a fun video shoot. It was hilarious. And like, one of the things that everybody was giving him such a hard time about was like, we're in this rowboat and we had to eventually get out to the middle of this lake. He was just miserable at rowing a boat. And I had to do it for him. And it was like, everybody on the whole set was just like, you can't row a boat? Like,
Oh my God.
don't you live? It was like, they were like, aren't you from England? He's like, yeah, but we don't have these kinds of boats here. It was so
Not
funny.
good men who can't
Thought
row.
so.
I love that
Tomorrow
part.
you take off, of course, on your UK tour, and we've had loads and loads of emails suggesting where you need to see while you're over here. And we've had
Most
some
of them are
pictures.
saying that you should go to their
Yeah, well,
houses.
of course.
But, yeah.
So we've got some pictures here. Hannah in Coventry thinks that Taylor should visit the Eric Morecambe statue.
Oh my
in
God, that
Morecambe.
picture is genius.
Isn't it? One of our comedy greats there.
That's
I think.
genius.
There you
Nice
go.
picture.
This is from Tony Stushbury from Bolton, and he says you've got to go to Penny Lane in
Penny
Liverpool
Lane.
because it was the coolest British music scene ever.
Awesome.
Okay,
And,
yeah, there's one for you.
Daisy. Here's a picture of Daisy in Wells Beach in Norfolk. Go there because
Oh
it's lovely
my
and sunny and
God.
sandy, she says.
That's so cute. Look at her rainbow.
It is nice.
Isn't that lovely? Look how happy Irene Freeman is to be standing in front of Edinburgh Castle there.
Castle, that works.
You've got to
I
go
like
there,
that.
she says. It's absolutely awesome, and Edinburgh is the most
She
beautiful
understands
capital
me,
city
that's the thing.
in the whole whole world. So there's what you can take these pictures away with you if
Yeah,
you need
as a
them.
bit of a guide.
Aw.
And just very quickly, very quickly, why have you got number 13 on your hand?
Oh, it's my lucky number, and I
Okay.
draw it on for shows, and then I forget to wash it off.